I don't understand why people who want a physique similar to many anime characters don't just take the best aspects from all fitness styles. Think about it. Look at some real-world examples of the perfect physique. They're not just doing one fitness style. Just like a chef mixing his ingredients to make the perfect meal, they're mixing different fitness styles to make the perfect body. This method of training is called hybrid training. And when we analyze the training of someone like Baki Hanma, we can see why it works in real life and depict it on screen. Most people train with the wrong goal in mind. They want that eye-catching body with the V-taper frame we see in many animes. So they hit the gym, keep adding weight, hit some goals, but notice they get tired doing simple tasks like a short jog for a bus or walking up the stairs. They also start to feel bulky and stiff and are at higher risk of injury due to poor mobility, tight joints, and limited range of motion. If they're not doing that, they'll strictly do cardio and end up with limited muscle and no real shape. And that's the problem. They pick one lane, train their ass off, and scratch their head, wondering why the guy who only trains twice a week has a better physique that performs as well as it looks. And that's the problem with sticking to one training style. Yeah, you can get fit. Yeah, you can build muscle. Yeah, you can have a nice body. But if you want that prime physique your body can achieve, combining body weight, cardio, and weightlifting exercises is the most practical and beneficial approach. Bodyweight training gives your body control, mobility, endurance, and coordination. Adding weight gives you more strength, muscle, and overall power. Doing cardio and high-intensity interval training will allow you to perform longer and harder by improving your endurance, recovery, and blood flow to your muscles. So, what do you think mixing all four will do? You will create a body that only a few people on Earth have. You will create a body that, when seen in an anime, makes the viewer think it's a figment of the designer's imagination, unaware that the character was inspired by real-life athletes. This is why full-body hybrid training changes everything, because instead of building half a body, you build a complete one. Full-body hybrid training is simple. You train your body for strength, mobility, and athleticism. That means you lift, run, jump, move, and recover. That's what creates that athletic anime look, focusing on strength, speed, stamina, mobility, and power. Not just bulky muscles sitting on your body. You develop a physique that is not only strong and lean, but also functional in real-life situations. Muscle you can actually use. Your average gym plan will only build size. Your average cardio plan will help you lose weight and improve your endurance. But hybrid training builds a body that can do both. You can look lean in a t-shirt. You can lift heavy. You can sprint. You can do pull-ups. You can move without feeling like your joints are made of glass. That's the difference. Here's why hybrid training works so well. Strength training builds the armor. Cardio builds the engine. Mobility keeps you moving like an athlete. Conditioning makes it hard for you to gas out. And full-body training ties it all together. When we look at the best physiques in anime, we can see that they all have one thing in common. They're not just huge, they're dense, lean, and athletic. That look comes from having muscle but not carrying too much extra fat. It comes from having a big chest, strong shoulders, a huge back, muscular arms, a defined core, and legs to match. But at the same time, they're still able to move quickly. This is why full-body hybrid training is so powerful. Instead of hitting a specific body part on one day and doing one thing, hybrid training builds you that all-around physique, and full-body workouts train everything in sync so you can recover as one. And this is not just theory. Just Google how hybrid athletes look and train. They lift, they run, they do calisthenics, they train in combat sports, they build physiques that look strong, lean, and capable. Training for that prime physique is where most people make the mistake. They think getting that anime body with the V-taper means doing everything every day. That's not the training we're going for. That's bad programming. To build an athletic anime physique, you need a simple structure. A lot of people will say, train 5 to 6 days a week, doing split workouts that focus on individual muscle groups. I recommend you train your entire body 2 to 4 times a week, combining the best of calisthenics, weightlifting, cardio, and high-intensity interval training. The reason I recommend full-body workouts over split sessions is that they create balance throughout the body and reduce the risk of neglecting any muscle groups. Full-body workouts also train all the major muscle groups more frequently and give you more time to rest, which will be needed for the anime physique. Here's a simple workout plan you can do 3 days a week. On day 1, I recommend a full-body strength workout. On your strength day, gradually increase the weight by 2 to 10 pounds each week, or more if you feel comfortable. Doing so will progressively challenge your muscles, increase your muscle growth and strength over time, and help prevent your body from plateauing. This day will be the day that you focus on the main compound exercises that natural weightlifters have been using since the Great Bronze Era. Deadlifts, 4 sets, 5 to 8 reps. Deadlifts are a compound exercise that targets the entire back, including your core and legs. They work your upper back, lower back, legs, glutes, core, and grip strength all at once. Deadlifts are important because they build full body strength and increase real-world power for lifting, carrying, and athletic movement. Barbell squats, 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. The squat is a staple leg exercise that targets the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, while also engaging the core, calves, and lower back, improving stability and balance. Most men overlook the fact that legs are the foundation of the body, and training them improves overall strength, balance, athletic performance, and stability. Strong legs also help you get stronger in upper body lifts through carryover. Carryover basically means that the strength and stability gained from one exercise transfer to improved performance in other movements. This is why you shouldn't overlook your legs. They make up 50% of your body, so why would you neglect them? Dumbbell or barbell rows, 4 sets, 6 to 10 reps. Rows are part of the ingredients that will give you that beast back with the V-taper. This fundamental exercise primarily targets your lats, traps, and rhomboids, while also engaging your core, rear delts, biceps, and forearms. Doing rows will also improve your posture and increase your overall upper body strength. You can use barbells or dumbbells for rows, but dumbbells will allow you to train the back muscles more effectively with a deeper stretch and a fuller range of motion. Dumbbell or barbell bench press, 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Both barbell and dumbbell bench press will strengthen your upper body by building your chest, shoulders, and triceps. But, as with rows, dumbbells allow a deeper stretch and more natural movement, which can also feel better on the joints. Dumbbell or barbell, overhead press, 3 sets, 6 to 8 reps. The overhead press with a dumbbell or barbell is important because it builds shoulder strength, upper body power, and overall pressing ability. This exercise primarily targets the front shoulder muscles while also engaging the side and rear shoulder muscles, the traps, triceps, upper chest, and core. When doing your shoulder exercises, I recommend avoiding ego lifting and keeping the weight moderate to prevent accidental injury. The shoulder muscles are smaller and weaker than the chest and back muscles and have to work harder to stabilize heavy loads. After you've finished your strength training, now it's time for supersets to take your body to the next level by combining muscle building with conditioning. This superset will consist of jump rope, star jumps, and push-ups. How I do this superset is by jumping the rope until my foot accidentally hits the rope. I might jump for 20 seconds, I might jump for 2 minutes, but I will only stop once my foot accidentally hits the rope. After my foot hits the rope, I will immediately move on to 20 star jumps. After the star jumps, I will immediately do 20 push-ups. After the 20 push-ups, I will rest for 30 seconds, then repeat 5 times. Jump rope until my feet hit the rope. 20 star jumps, 20 push-ups. After you've finished, you will have done 100 star jumps and 100 push-ups. This is very easy to build up to and should be the base you build on as you progress. When you first start jump rope, your feet will hit the rope a lot, but after a while, when you get used to it, you will find yourself jumping for 1 to 3 minutes straight without hitting the rope, adding in extra sets of jump rope. After your supersets are done, finish with 10 to 20 minutes of brisk walking on an incline treadmill to cool down and improve your conditioning, recovery, and calorie burn. Day 2 will be a full-body workout with a calisthenics focus. This workout day will consist of bodyweight exercises and will focus on increasing your rep range as you get stronger. Pull-ups, 5 sets, 5 to 10 reps. Pull-ups are one of the best exercises for sculpting that famous V-taper we see on anime characters and real-life athletes. They work the lats, upper back, biceps, core, and rear shoulders, and are a great exercise for building upper body strength and improving your posture. When you switch to chin-ups, you can build monster biceps. Dips, 5 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Along with push-ups, dips are the staple chest exercise in the calisthenics world. Just dips alone can build a great chest, rounded shoulders, and develop tricep muscles while improving overall upper body strength and control. They're also one of the best bodyweight exercises for building pushing power. Push-ups, 5 sets, 10 to 20 reps. Push-ups are probably the first exercise most people do when they want to start working out, and it makes sense why. They look easy to do, and they can be done anywhere. But even though they may seem simple, push-ups can get grueling once you start going into higher rep ranges and adding weight. Just like dips, push-ups alone can build your chest, triceps, and shoulder muscles while giving you real-world functional strength. Now, let's move on to legs. For legs, we're going to do 3 exercises: jump squats, front lunges, and reverse lunges. Each exercise will be 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Doing this combination of leg exercises will give you a perfect balance of lower body exercises that target all areas of the legs, improving your speed balance jumping ability and overall lower body endurance. Jump squats mainly work the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Front lunges mainly focus on the quadriceps, but also work the glutes and hamstrings. And reverse lunges primarily target the hamstrings and glutes, with some emphasis on the quadriceps. After you've finished your supersets, rest for 2 to 4 minutes, then jog for 20 minutes to improve your cardiovascular endurance, burn some extra calories, and support your overall fitness and recovery. Day 3 will be focused more on pushing your body for muscle growth and high-volume training using not heavy, but challenging weights, aiming to hit higher rep ranges over time. Weighted pull-ups, 5 sets, 5 to 10 reps. Your calisthenics training day only used your body weight for pull-ups, but on this day, you're going to add weight. Adding weight to your pull-ups will accelerate your overall strength and back muscle development by forcing your muscles to adapt to greater resistance over time. Once you start adding weight to your pull-ups, using your own body weight will also get easier. You'll be able to pull yourself higher over the bar and be in a position to progress to muscle-ups. When you're doing your weighted exercises, start with a low weight and increase the weight by 2 to 10 pounds each week or more if you feel comfortable. You can increase the weight on your pull-ups by using a weight belt or weight vest. If you don't have access to a weight belt or vest, you can hold a dumbbell between your legs. Romanian deadlifts, 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. Romanian deadlifts are an overlooked exercise that not only improve your posture and hip mobility, but also strengthen the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back while boosting the power in your lower body. Rows, 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. We've already gone into rows, but if you want to mix it up, you could do T-bar rows or a chest-supported dumbbell row to target all areas of your back. Weighted dips, 5 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Just as with your pull-ups, adding weight to your dips is crucial, not only for achieving that prime anime physique, but also for building upper body strength and growing your chest, triceps, and shoulders over time. Incline dumbbell bench press, 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. The incline dumbbell bench press helps you achieve a fuller upper body physique by focusing mainly on the upper chest while also targeting the entire chest, shoulders, and triceps. Leg press, 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps. The leg press machine reduces stress on your legs, letting you load heavy weights safely while giving you strong, muscular legs in return. Because you've already done Romanian deadlifts and they target more of the hamstrings and glutes, I recommend you keep your feet lower on the leg press platform so you can target more of your quads. Finish your workout with the same superset of jump rope, star jumps, and push-ups you did on your strength day, along with the 10 to 20-minute brisk walk on the incline treadmill. This simple workout will not only give you strength, but it will also build your endurance and athleticism. And because it's only 3 days a week, you will have sufficient time to recover and focus on your diet. The goal is not to destroy yourself, the goal is to adapt. That is how you level up. Also, try to do some beginner yoga stretches on some of your rest days. This is optional, but highly beneficial. You don't have to turn yourself into a yoga expert, but doing basic poses like the downward-facing dog, child's pose, cat-cow stretch, and cobra pose will improve your injury prevention, flexibility, mobility, and posture. This will also carry over to your training by helping you perform better during workouts and recover more efficiently between sessions. But even if your training is perfect, you can still ruin everything with the most important part: your recovery and nutrition. Full-body hybrid training takes more from your body, so you have to give more in return. You need enough protein, you need enough calories for your goal, you need sufficient sleep, and you need rest days. Your physique is not built during the workout, it's built after. This is where most people fail. They train like a beast, but eat like Lucky Roo with no adequate sleep. Then wonder why they've seen no real progress. If you really want that anime physique, remember that recovery and eating the right foods are a main part of the program. If you don't have the discipline to go full-on healthy, I recommend the 80-20 rule. 80% healthy foods and 20% of whatever you like. Basically, you can eat a piece of trash once or twice a week. A piece of trash, not a cheat meal. This will allow you to stay on track while still getting a taste of some of the garbage you love. For your protein intake, the industry standard is 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight you have. So if you weigh 170 pounds, you will need to have a daily protein intake of 170 grams. And you don't need to take this amount every day. This number is just a target. You can still hit around that number and reach your goals. Just remember that protein is the self-rising flour that helps repair and build your muscles, and if you're tracking your protein intake daily, you can't go wrong. And for sleep, doctors recommend 7 to 9 hours a day. When you put all of this together, you build something different. Not a stiff bodybuilder physique, not a skinny runner's body. You will get an all-around lean, muscular, and athletic body. You will be able to lift, run, jump, sprint, and move. You will be in the best shape of your life and be capable of doing the job properly. That is the real athletic anime physique, not fake expectations. A real body that is strong, lean, conditioned, and built for performance. And that is why full-body hybrid training is the best way to build it.